Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Is we live? 3, 2, 1. Is we live? I'm Angela, the channel's Be Fabulous You, and you have tuned in to Notes on the News, where I share with you headlines from my news feed. Wait, I'm trying to get situated. I didn't get situated first. Where I share with you headlines from my news feed and also any thoughts, ideas, and perspective that I might want to share about the headlines, the subject matter at large, the the article if we read it or skimmed it or whatever happens to come up. But it's not news, it's just my notes on the news. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. I missed you yesterday. It's that time where it's a lot going on at the moment. Greeting, Bonafide 1970. Thank you for the flower, I appreciate it. Hey, is that a different flower? I think that's a different flower. All right, so we're going to jump right into Habaragani. That's right, Habaragani, and we're doing something different because we found out that our website Endarkment has essays, not just the principles. So we've been looping through the essay, but we've been taking one paragraph at a time. We finished yesterday, or the last time we talked, with Ujima cooperative economics. So you know what that means. That means that we're moving on to Habaragani. Nia, purpose. Yay. Okay. So I feel like I'm crunched in here. Okay. Purpose. To make our collective vocation, hey Nikki, to make our collective vocation the building and developing of our community in order to restore our people to their traditional greatness. Ujima, it's Nia. Nia. We're gonna stay on Nia till we finish the essay. And I always like to say, for our people to move forward in the tradition of our greatness. We ain't going backwards, we going forward. Forward ever, backward never. Isn't that Nia Habaragani, Nia Habaragani, Nia Habaragani, Nia. Isn't that the Black Star Line? What's his name? From Jamaica. Oh, Marcus Garvey. Forward ever, backward never. Didn't he say that? Did he say that? Okay. So let's click on endarkment.com. Garvey. Let's click on endarkment.com and check out the first paragraph of the essay. Give us a little something to marinate on. To make our collective vocation the building and developing of our community in order to restore our people, in order to build our people and support our people in moving forward. Hey, I see. What's up, girl? In moving forward in the tradition of our greatness. Nia, purpose. The fifth principle of the Nguzo Saba is Nia, which is essentially a commitment to the collective vocation of building, developing, and defending our national community, its culture and history, in order to regain our historical initiative and greatness as a people, in order to build in the legacy of our historical initiative and greatness as a people. The assumption here is that our role in human history has been and remains a key one, that we as African people share in the grand human legacy that we share in the grand human legacy that Africa has given the world and continues to give the world. The legacy is one of not only having been the fathers and mothers of humanity, but also the fathers and mothers of human civilization, i.e., having introduced the Nile Valley civilizations, the basic disciplines of human knowledge. It is this identity which gives us an overriding cultural purpose and suggests a direction. Oh, I got to tell y'all something about this. Hey, Kendra. I got to tell y'all something about the Lippie. Hold on one second when I get finished with this before it wears off, because by the time we finish, it's going to be gone. And I don't have anything. But it's very, okay. It is in this identity. It is this identity which gives us an overriding cultural purpose and suggested direction. This is what we mean when we say we are the fathers and mothers of human civilization, and we have no business playing the cultural children of the world. I like that. We have no business playing. Hey, Ayapo, you have no business playing the cultural children of the world. What are you doing? You're the mothers and fathers of humanity. The principle of Nia then makes us conscious of our purpose in light of this historical and cultural identity. Okay. Habaragani, Nia, Habaragani, Nia. All right. So let us see what the Buddha is saying. This segment within a segment is called Yo Buddha, what up though? Yo Buddha, what up though? I think that's what it's called. Oh, I know what happened with my daily words of the Buddha. They send it out early. They used to send it out on midnight for the day of. Now they send it 10 a.m. for the next. But anyway, we're gonna read June 30th. Were there a mountain all made of gold, double that would not be enough to satisfy a single person. Know this. You can't get no satisfaction from material things. That's what the Buddha is saying. Get your satisfaction from real things. Gold is not real in that way. All right. Yeah, I agree with that. Let's keep it moving. Let us proceed to the news feed and see what it wants. So what's new and good? What's new and good? Habaragani, what's the news in your personal life, in your family, in your community? Bonsoir, Mansour. Also, this is what I was going to say. This Lippie is one that my mother got when we went to Atlanta. And we went to Rashida Frost. I think it was Rashida's cafe. My sister-in-law, cousin, sister-in-law took us to Rashida's cafe. So my mother picked this color. I don't know what it's called, but it's cute and it's got a nice feel. I never try anything because I sell Mary Kay, so I always just stick with Mary Kay. I never want to be wearing anything. Yo, Buddha, what up though? Oh, it was buffering while I was doing the message from the Buddha. Hey, Sonia sees. Can't say I can get it for you, girl, right here. Okay, let's see what the Buddha has to say. Yes, you know it. Multitask. Oh, my radio is on. So it's buffering. I'm not getting any signal of any bufferation. I thought it was just me buffering. Okay. Dang. Were there a mountain all made of gold, double that would not be enough to satisfy a single person. Know that and live accordingly. So yeah, and what I had said was basically what they trying to say is that what he trying to say is that money ain't gonna make you happy. You gotta base your life on stuff that's real, and gold is not real. That's how I took it. So all right. Did I hear on the replay or looping back to hear part of the replay, the broadcast that you missed because maybe you got to leave early? You can come back. It ain't gonna make me sad. Hey, Day, what's up? No, it's not gonna make you sad necessarily. Some people get stressed over money, so it makes them sad. Because then they're like, I gotta get more, I gotta steal, I gotta rob, I gotta beat, I gotta keep what I got. And so they just be like a mess. So it might make you sad. It might bring out the worst in you. Or it might bring out the best in you. It's just how you process it. I don't think it brings out anything in you. So basically, the Buddha is saying we need 3 mountains of gold to be satisfied. Look, I'm trying to hurry up and get this done, and I got people, got family here. I just left. I got stuff I got to do because I need to take a nap. Okay. So let's they are so silly. Y'all want to come get Pardon them. I'm sorry. Some people just don't know how to act. Y'all want to get on the air? Oh my gosh. Bye. Good seeing you, girl. Oh, thank you. Okay. They just don't know. I don't know. Hey, love like the sun. But anyway, it's good that people are out here helping people. I like to hear stories of people helping people. Internet sleuths, you know, the people who they're figuring it out, do their civic duty and get woman dubbed hashtag pool patrol Paula fired for assaulting black teen. We had some names for her, but I can't remember what they were. But I guess she's been officially dubbed. I don't know who does the dubation. It's a Twitter. She's been dubbed Pool Patrol Paula. So yeah. So she got fired for assaulting the black teen. 2 Black Nevada students win settlement. Poolside Petunia. Win settlement in racial bullying case after administrators did little to help. So I guess the children were being bullied, harassed, whatever. They went to the school and the school was like, we don't care. Why are you telling us? So they done sued and they won a settlement. I don't know how much the settlement was. Oh, I can't remember what her story was. I think that it was I think it was 2 young men who were at the pool, and the woman is like, you don't belong here. And she was like, all harassing them and stuff, and might have called the police. I can't really remember. But look at that. But she was harassing them. When I turned the camera, she reacted. But before I turned the camera, she was just sitting there like all noble. Hubby. Okay, so there's now dairy-free vegan ice cream made out of avocados, and people can't stop raving about how good it tastes. Hey, CLG. So Bonafide, have you tried the avocado ice cream? I've never tried avocado before. Dirty game. I've never tried avocado before. It's very mild and doesn't really have a strong flavor. So people are excited about this avocado ice cream. Has anybody else tried it? Ew, sounds nasty. Y'all know how they make brownies with black beans or beans? Have y'all heard about that? And people say they're really good. Oh, I don't like avocados. I've never tried them. I don't know if I like them or not. I'm scared. They say that those black bean brownies are really, really delicious. There's Laura out there too. Oh Lord, what's she harassing people over? But I'm afraid to try them because I'm like, black beans are not sweet; they're savory. So I don't even understand conceptually. It's like I just can't. I don't know what to do about it. So yeah, okay. Blockchain consultants. I've never tried avocado ice cream, but I've had soy ice cream. I've been avoiding soy as late though. I've made vegan brownies. Oh, now I've had the cashew cream. Do soy cash. I really like the cashew cream. That was the last one that I got. But it's another one. Some other probably nut milk ice cream that I like that I can't even remember now. Oh, I like coconut cream, like the ice cream made with coconut. I like that. Okay. Black blockchain consultants wants to help people get creds, find work in the field. So who know anything about blockchain? I don't know anything about blockchain, but they trying to help people learn help black people learn about blockchain. Let's see what they say. While the words Bitcoin and blockchain are part of the everyday vernacular in the tech industry, non-tech professionals are still trying to understand how to approach the concept. Avocados are an excellent source of good fat. I do avocado smoothies, and my guacamole has red onion, celery, and tomatoes. Yeah, I'm trying to approach the concept. I still don't know how to approach the concept. What's the name of that lipstick? I'm gonna have to put it in the comments, but you can get it from advertising Rashida's boutique. Oh, I've never had almond milk yogurt. I have to get the name of it. It came from Rashida's boutique and it's dark in Atlanta. I don't know what the name of her boutique is either, but y'all know. No, who I don't know. Child, I don't know. Um, this is my mother's lipstick. I was just sitting down with her and I didn't have any lipstick, so I just got something from her bag. Advertising. So I don't know how to approach black chain. So there's some consultants that are working to help people learn to approach it, get oriented, get comfortable with it, understand the concept, get involved with it. Is it the wave of the future or not? Is it some like fly by night scam? Mom has the best. Suits you well, beautiful on you. Thank you. Video captures police officers using stun gun on sitting man. The man was sitting on the curb. They say they got a call that somebody was out there with a bat. Did he have a bat when they stunned them with the taser? That's coming off of the grill if you're interested in the story. World Cup 2018. What went wrong for African teams in Russia? Thank you. So none of the African teams are in the World Cup anymore. But I didn't think, for some reason I thought that Nigeria was the front runner in terms of African teams, and I thought everybody already knew Nigeria basically wasn't going to win. So I mean, I haven't followed it closely, but I didn't realize that any of the African teams were in contention. But it is kind of interesting because all you need to play soccer is like a ball, right? In a field. Like you don't have to have like a lot of equipment. So I would think that by it being so popular, go to hell, soccer, blockchain, Bitcoin, artificial intelligence, and supercomputers. Mhm. Fans in Nigeria, Morocco, and Senegal expressed their sorrow after their teams were knocked out of the tournament. Oh, look at the pictures. You want them to go to hell, Sonia? They're so sad. And they even have painted faces and tears coming. He got a tear coming down his eye. This brother over here. Senegal's World Cup exit on Thursday means Africa has suffered its worst World Cup display for 36 years, with no side from the continent in the knockout stage for the first time since 1982. Also, usually some African country is in contention. Okay. Well, I'm finished with that article. Yeah. Okay. That was my main question. Trump's choice to replace Justice Kennedy will likely be a white man like his other court nominees. Zumba go to hell too. Zumba? Why? Oh, we like Zumba. Soccer fans are extremely passionate. I was crying. I don't think I've ever cried at a sporting event. I used to be into the basketball when the Pistons 29 million years ago, and not really when they got into the playoff for the second or third time. That's when I became excited. That's like a fly by night fan. It's like when you up, I was like, yes, and I had tickets to the game. Yes, I'm here for it. But other than that, I don't really care. But it was fun to go to the games. Peace, Rottweiler. I see. Don't let her bully you. We love Zumba. I think maybe your Zumba. We gonna try your Zumba. When you in New York, right? When we go through New York, we gonna try your Zumba. So it's set in not news today. Trump's choice to replace Justice Kennedy will likely be a white male like his other folks. 3-year-old child who had gun pointed at her chest by Chicago police is awarded 2.5 million. Zumba is satanic. What, dancing and exercising to music is satanic? But why did the is but why the what's the Chicago people are crazy, and why are the police putting a gun to a 3-year-old child's chest? The child probably didn't even realize that anything. Maybe you can pick up on the anxiety and stress of your parents. Oh, Kendra. Um, maybe you can, pick up on the anxiety and stress of your parents and know something's going on. But like at 3, do you know, like, oh my gosh, I could die? Or I don't even know how the child was when it happened. But what they out here Representative Maxine Waters receives are absolutely horrendous. Yeah, I think I saw something where it was like Chicago police had paid out like gazillions of dollars in settlements for police brutality stuff. Like that's just like part of their way of doing business. Yeah, we gonna beat people and we gonna pay, and we gonna beat people and we gonna pay, we gonna kill people, we gonna pay. We just, Representative Maxine Waters receives death threats after Trump attack. So she canceled some stuff down south, I think in Alabama and someplace else, because I guess they felt that the death threats were credible. I'm surprised that she hasn't received death threats before, but they seem to be really intensely focused on her these last few days. Serena Williams believes she's being singled out by U.S. anti-doping agency ahead of Wimbledon. Now, there's this white woman who was a Serena are like they're like big rivals, but isn't Serena like hasn't she performed like well? Oh no, I'm buffering. Am I buffering on everybody's end? Am I buffering? I'm buffering on your end. I'm not getting any indication of any bufferation. I guess they take the better to say I'm sorry later payout than ask for permissions first, Stan, the police. Am I buffering on your end? I don't know what to do when I'm buffering. Just be quiet. Because on the playback, it skips. You're good now, but you were. Okay. All right. Tell me just stop and then proceed. So I can't, was it Martina Never to, it was somebody who got in trouble for press one if you can hear me every now and then. Yeah, I think it was, so she got in trouble for drugs. She said it was something her doctor was giving her. I was kind of confused by that whole concept now. I was confused by that whole concept of I was confused by that whole concept of you're a professional athlete and your doctor does not know what drugs you can take and what drugs you cannot take. Like it seems like if I was a doctor of a professional athlete, buffering is good for a headache. If I was the doctor of a professional athlete, it seems like you would know what drug that's something that you would like stay up on top of, like. No, that was Ayapo's joke. That wasn't my joke, COG. I just delivered it, brilliantly, but still it wasn't my joke. I didn't write the joke. So I feel like they trying to like get on Serena so they can be like, see, all of the top athletes are drug heads or do drugs. The only reason they perform so well is because of the drugs. So she's not the white girl. It's nothing, she has usual. That's what I feel is going on, but I don't know. Oh no, I came out of my thing. Goody Power will do. Goody powder and a Coke will do. What is goody powder? I'm not familiar with goody powder. And stay away from the Coke. It's really not good for you. Drink water. Focus on drinking more water. Add some lemon or lime to it. Ooh, goody powder is the COC. Oh, goody powder is the Coke. Oh. What's on? This season, while it's cold, you could put your frozen fruit, like put frozen fruit in your water. And like I did pineapple the other day, and it's like really, that's what I recommend instead of Coke. I know you didn't ask. It's unsolicited advice, but you never know. Okay. Let's keep going. A botcha loot. Have a Coke and a smile. A Abacha loot to be given to poor Nigerians. So apparently this Abacha person was convicted or accused of embezzling money, stealing money from the people, from the government. Old school for a headache back when Coke was good. Use Coke to clean your engines. Okay. So this person Abacha, here's the red cardinal. This person Abacha stole a bunch of money from the Nigerian government, according to this article, or my sense of it. And so now they done got the money back, and they're gonna distribute it to the poor people, to the poor. I never heard of such a thing. I kind of like the idea. Like, wouldn't it be nice to like get a payout of like, $1,000 or $100 or $50 or 3,000 or 10,000? I don't know what the distribution would be. Nigeria is a big country. A lot of people live there. Oh, that's a pretty shot. Mm. Okay. The Weekly Blade, one of the few newspapers founded by a former slave. Have you heard of the Weekly Blade? Had you ever heard of much about the Weekly Blade? Microsoft might still be working on a pocket-sized surface. So it's a tablet that'll fold up and you can fit it in your pocket and then you untap it. 65, the Weekly Blade. Miller arrived in Chattanooga, Tennessee from Georgia in 1864. He worked as a pressman for several. Uh, um, am I still buffering? Am I still buffering? Am I still buffering? Am I still buffering? I never lie, Sonia. I never lie, Sonia. Sometimes. Okay, thank you. I'm back. Okay, not anymore. Randolph Miller was a former enslaved person who founded his own newspaper in 1865, the Weekly Blade. He arrived in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Chattanooga, I like that word, Chattanooga, Tennessee from Georgia in 1864. He worked as a pressman for several newspapers before opening his own paper. I like that. He opened his own paper. The Blade was a weekly newspaper and was one of the only papers in the country, choo choo, published by a former slave. The Weekly Blade. What is it called? The Weekly Blade. I wonder if it's because they were sharp. Like, what is the blade? Where do you get that from? The Weekly Blade. In 1905, as a rebellion against the imposition of Jim Crow laws exploding across Tennessee, Miller organized a 3-week boycott. The Blade was half human, half vampire. That's that Wesley Snipes movie. Haircut reference, perhaps. A 3-week boycott of Chattanooga's newly segregated streetcars. He started his own taxi service in 1905, the Hack Line, that ran between Chattanooga and outlying African American communities. Ooh, hustler. After years of failing health, Miller stopped the publication of the Blade. He died at the age of 86 in 1916. Yay. I mean, not yay. I mean, yay for your accomplishments, not yay for your transition. But Randolph Miller, yay. Thank you for your service. The Weekly Blade. Okay. Oh, here we are. Microsoft might still be, we talked about the pocket-sized Surface. Jordan Peele snags YouTube deal. Who watches anything on YouTube? I mean, other than, but like, I'm gonna watch Jordan Peele on YouTube. I don't know how that works. Jordan YouTube deal for his new sci-fi comedy series, Weird City. So I don't know if there's anybody checking for Weird City. Is it on YouTube Red? I forgot there's a special YouTube thing. Is it like something? I don't know. Okay. Video shows man trying to comply with commands from 2 different officers gets tased anyway. So I guess they're like, one is like sit down, one is like stand up, one is like hands up, one is like hands in front, and he's like trying to, and then they tase him, anyway. That's coming off of Atlanta Black Star if you're interested in checking out that story. Citi and JP Morgan struggle to hire Black talent. Yeah, really. I was kind of confused by that. I feel like it's really not that complicated to me. Like, I don't feel like that's sincere. Like, I feel like if you're like, yeah, we want more Black people, and you look around and you don't have any Black people who you feel are qualified, then you start training. You start a program for college students. You start a program for high school students. You start grooming and creating your own pipeline of talent. Like, duh. I mean, it ain't, I don't even believe they struggle. I don't believe it. I don't believe they struggling. That's what they hate to do. Yell out multiple. Oh, that's what they do. Yell out multiple commands. So I feel like moguldom, There are plenty of Black people. There are plenty of Black people who are already qualified. That is true. But that's just like in the theater that I'm a part of. Every time we do a musical, it's like finding a musical director is like a god daggone production. And it's like right up to the last minute. You don't know if you have a musical director. The last show, the musical director we had, we lost, and somebody else, the assistant director, ended up being the musical director. It's like it's dramatic. And I feel like, well, somebody should be being trained and cultivated to be musical directors. Start tapping some people and training them. And I don't feel like it should be like every time we do a musical, we gotta, what are we doing to proactively deal with that? I don't understand. I don't think it's that, is it I don't think it's complicated. So yeah, I mean, if right, there are plenty of qualified people. Nationwide Comcast outage is here to ruin your Friday. So I don't really know what's going on. My Comcast was working good, but I guess I'm gonna be on Hulu later, so I don't know. Oh, I'm buffering. Okay. Let me know when I'm not buffering. I think this is going to make the, what does that red spot mean? I think this is going to make the quality of the replay better. I know I'm steadily talking because I want you to know when I'm not buffering. When I'm clear, give me the number 1. When I'm clear, give me the number 1. When I'm clear, give me the number 1. Is we live? Is we live? Is anybody there? Hello? Hello? What? Okay, we all clear. So there's a nationwide Comcast outage here to ruin your Friday. They say they don't know where exactly it's going to hit and who it's going to hit. I don't know if it hit you. Buffering, I can hear you, but your mouth isn't moving. Kind of like the reverse of Millie. But Nelly. Well, it's like a podcast. Drew Brees, I don't know who Drew Brees is, suing a jeweler for $9 million, saying he was overcharged by millions for his diamonds. First of all, I've never heard of investment quality diamonds. He says that they say that it's supposed to be investment quality diamonds that he was purchasing for him and his, I don't know. He's a football player. Yes, he is. I read it in is it New Orleans? I think it's in New Orleans. So the jeweler or whatever is like, this is what this is worth. I think he's Fab's brother. The jeweler is like, this is what this is worth. It's worth 12 million. But then when he took it to be appraised, the people are like, this is worth 3 million. So he feel like he got for 9 million. And I bet you he did. I feel like there are probably a lot of people who take advantage of people who, they just see didn't some coon just buy an $18 million watch. They see people who have a whole bunch of money, who maybe haven't had a whole bunch of money before, and they feel like they can take advantage of their ignorance or their lack of a support system, or them not necessarily knowing how to get information. Mayweather, that happened to him too. So every newspaper in every city and state have pages of available jobs, yet there's an enormous amount of unemployment. I know it sounds simple, but why can't these people fill these positions? Just read my book, L&HHA. Money doesn't just buy happiness, according to the Buddha. I don't know, but I know that a lot of what they say gone on that had happened is that a lot of people, if you were making $100,000 a year and you've designed your life based on that, and then all of a sudden the jobs that are available position, so it's not, here's a person, here's a position to put them in, all is good. Like, people are looking for, so what they say, well, what I've understood in terms of the economy, that watch could buy us land and resources. Mayweather bought the watch, I think. Oh, so in terms of what happened with the economy is that, the jobs that are available pay less money, have less security, are gruntier. Yeah. So, I don't know, maybe it's simple for some people. There are a lot of people who eventually end up taking whatever they can get because, they feel like they're desperate, but they're not able to, there are a lot of people who have jobs, who work full-time jobs, who work a couple of full-time jobs, and are, pay for things like, rent and food and, so I don't know, like I'd be curious to see, all these jobs in the newspaper, what are they jobs for? And are they jobs for grown-ups? Okay. So yeah, Breeze is suing. Under Trump, the Pentagon is less concerned about deterring war than it has been for decades. And I'm surprised because I'm like, I thought Jew controlled. I thought that the Pentagon was out here war mongering. Haven't we been just in war after war after war? Because isn't that how you kind of keep the economy going, the whole war machine thing? So I mean, like Jewels. Um, I don't know, but they say under Trump, Pentagon is even less concerned, continual war. And I guess, but he seems kind of like warmongery, like to me, like, ooh, I have my finger on the nuclear bomb. I could bomb somebody. He seems like he wants to play with like his toys, like that's how he seems. I don't know him personally. I'm just saying that's the impression that I have. Yeah. Okay, a comedian reportedly prank called Trump and Jared Kushner patched him through. It is scary on some levels, but on another level, you ain't got to be scared of nobody human, nothing impermanent. It's disturbing and you know, it's edifying. If he wants to bomb somebody, he should target his barber. Remember when his hair used to be wrapped around? Did he? I think that he scrubbed the internet. Remember when you can't find those images anymore, can you? Did I look for him? I think I looked for him once because I was like, remember when his hair used to be wrapped around? Am I? Why is the battery saver on low when my thing is plugged in? Oh my God. Now I can't tell if the stuff is charging or not. Oh, I think it's charging. Okay. A comedian reportedly prank called Trump and Jared Kushner patched him through. Hey, brother Danubian. He wasn't losing his head. It was his hair was trying to escape. Francis Cress Welsing talk about them seizing up the weapons like he bragged about his hands and other things. He is so immature and stupid. He is. So the comedian, I saw him on the news or some store or something. I don't think it was the news. It might have been six. I don't know if it was the news. Thank you. Oh, I'm about to change into my new glass or back to my old glasses because I keep saying I'm gonna take them downtown with me one day. I sat on them and they got a little twisted, and I haven't worn them for like years. Usually I alternate. I have like summer glasses and winter glasses. These are my summer glasses, but since I've worn them for like 18 years, I'm gonna switch back. I'm gonna switch soon come. Um, so the me dressed up? I'm not dressed up. I got on a sports bra. The comedian is like he called the White House and he pretended to be some British person or something, and then Jared Kushner called him back from Air Force One, and it just seems like it's all like it just seems like it's all something. It's very foolish. It's like foolishness and like kicks and giggles and like for your fellow Detroiter Sarah Sutton Sete about war. It makes perfect sense that we in Al Kibalan were essentially too busy building civilization to be waging war. Sarah Sutton Seti. I have to look for her. Yeah, that's an interesting perspective. What are you building? What are you investing in? What are you focusing on? Mhm. He is a man. Oh, Sarah Sutton Seti is a male. I think if it's a man, it's Sarah, right? And I would think of it as Sera, but I don't know. Sarah. Okay. So that's so true. Heard him say that too. Oh, everybody know about him but me. It's a him. He refers to himself as General Seti. What have we built in the last 50 years? Okay. How France beat Russia meddling and how we could too. In not news, absolutely nothing. Dang, is that how you feel? Wow, that's deep. Um, I feel like there are a lot of institutions and organizations and things that if you look around, they just celebrated 50 years, acknowledged 50 years. And there are some that have acknowledged and celebrated 100 years. And probably there's enough. I'm thinking about this 50-year cycle, 100-year cycle. I haven't had a chance to really research it, but I think things go in cycles. So I think there are a whole bunch of things that are being built and created now that'll be around 50 years, 100 years from now. But um so like in another headline that's not news, he's an arrogant, supposed to be woke dude who went on the attack against the minister and messenger with his, oh my gosh, I don't want to be in no mess and confusion. I'm not gonna watch, I'm not gonna listen. Let me stay focused on what I'm doing over here. So it's not news. It's sort of like you could beat something if you wanted to beat it, if you were focused on it. So like, yeah, you hardly ever hear people talk about like the Russian meddling in the election. Like when they talk about the election and how Trump won, I always feel like, well, Putin voted for him. Putin, like that was a critical, they always focus on like the white men in Illinois who voted for him. I'm like, what about the white man in Russia who voted for him? Um, so yeah, I feel like if you wanted to address something, you have to acknowledge that it is something before you can address it. So many American revolutionaries were much younger than you might think when they declared independence from Britain. I wasn't so much focused or interested on the in the American revolutionaries, but just this idea of revolutionaries and revolution. And I think that a lot of times younger people feel like they have less to lose, and they're exuberant and enthusiastic and idealistic, and it would make sense to me that most revolutionaries and most sort of thought leaders in a certain way, and most people kind of willing to put they behind on the line would be young folks. you know uh yeah, so yeah, I had a $1,600 micro wedding with only 12 guests. Here's why more people should do it. I never heard of a micro wedding. So with 12 guests, who's revolutionary today? I thought that the work that Chokwe Lumumba was doing, and that's a whole conversation. But I think that what I do think this that we very often find what we're looking for. So I feel like if we decide ain't nobody doing skit, ain't nobody out here doing, we just we a mess, we just sitting around scratching our butt. And when you look, remember the story, the person was moving to a new place and they got to the door of the city and there was an old man sitting outside the door of the city, and they said to the old man, it was a family, they say, well, how are the people like in the city, how are the people like? And the old man said, well, how were the people like in the place you came from? And the people were like, oh, they were lovely, they were wonderful, they were great, they're gonna be lovely, they're gonna be wonderful, they're gonna be great. So then they went on into the city, yay. And then somebody else came to the door of the city, they like, how are the people in the how are the people in another group, another family came, they relocating too, they got all their stuff, and how are the people in the city, they asked the old man who's outside of the gate. And the old man is like, well, how were the people in your city? In this family, they like, oh, we awful, they were terrible, that's why we left, that's why we here, because they just a mess, they was mean, they was disgusting, blah blah blah. And the old man is like, the people here is just like that. And I think that we have work to do. If we're looking for our failure and for us to be jacked up, then that's exactly what we're going to find. I think that if we're looking for our success and we're looking for evidence of our resistance, and we're looking for evidence of us building, then that's exactly what you're going to find. And I feel like that. I feel like that's actually like a decision. I feel like we decide what who we are, and what kind of world, what we're going to focus on, and what we're going to have to grow. So nobody can make that decision for you, but I don't And yeah, so the old man at the city gates is basically talking about the law of attraction. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's like, I mean, I think, yeah. I mean, it's attraction, but it's also like, I feel like what you focus on is, what you're looking for is what you're going to see. If you're looking for people to be, yeah. But anyway, I'm finished. I'm okay. I'm getting up off my soapbox now. All you need is the justice of the peace and a little party afterwards. Campaign girls to go to school help South Sudan. Oh, the image of this child was so cute. Let me see if they got the same image on my timeline. So they paying the girls to go to school. Why are they paying the girls to go to school? Is it for the families to feel like it's worth school? Has anybody heard of Mua? Mua, makeup artist. Mua. Have y'all heard of Mua? Do y'all know anything about Mua? Oh, look at the baby. Okay. I have not. Oh no. Dang. That's her on this side over here, but you can't see her good. Since its independence, South Sudan has suffered from civil war and famine, and a large proportion of children do not go to school in the country. How this is not a program run by the country's Ministry of Education. Yeah, after I struggled with it, Mua. Funded by the country's Ministry of Education and funded by the UK government, is trying to increase school attendance by giving cash to girls. So they don't really say. It's a video. I don't really like to watch the videos on here. So this is coming off of Engadget, this whole Mua. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Look up the farms. One of the pics on the cover page is a black man picking cotton. What farms? Turns out the interstellar object, Oumuamua, is a comet after all. It was thought to be an asteroid after it was first observed. I don't even really know the difference between a comet and an asteroid. Algeria abandoned 13,000 black migrants in the Sahara Desert. Wow. Last October, researchers spotted a long, skinny object speeding through our solar system, and they initially pegged it as a comet from another solar system. But as they continued to observe the object, dubbed Oumuamua, its properties, namely a lack of gas and dust surrounding it, pushed it into the asteroid category instead. Asteroids are mostly rock, while comets contain ice that becomes visible as it is vaporized into gas and pulls dust off the comet's surface. Okay. So Oumuamua entered our solar system and swooped past us on October 14th. It's moved away from Earth. Okay. So it's Oumuamua. When the U.S. shot down an Iranian airliner, dang, I think there was some reason why I thought that was interesting. Terrace House, Japan's nice, calm version of reality TV. So I guess they have a reality TV show in Japan called Terrace House, and they probably just hang out and like make brownies and laugh and like giggle and, read books and watch movies. Just normal human being stuff. It probably ain't a whole bunch of like drama and fighting and hair throwing and cheating and all of that mess. On 388, a sophisticated U.S. Navy warship, the U.S. Vincennes, shot down an Iranian civilian airliner flying over the Persian Gulf. All 290 aboard the aircraft were killed. Children. In peace to those people who made their transition. That was back in 1988. 66 children. Treated like dogs. Italy's Roma minority on Society's Fringe. And I'm kind of confused. Like, I think, again, the Roma are what I grew up calling like gypsies or whatever. So I'm kind of like, so they look like white people to me, but I guess because they choose to like identify with their culture, that puts them on the fringe of society. Or maybe like Europeans, like when they look at each other, they can be like the other farmers in Michigan. They can be like, oh, he's from France, or he's from the Netherlands, or he's from Canada. Like they can look at white people and tell like so maybe they can look at them and tell they're Roma, and then they mad at them because they Roma and they discriminate against them. I don't know anything about that. Ella just said, and what's wrong with that? I don't know. Oh, treated like dogs, right? Because Bella is well treated. Yeah, and I always wonder they work me like a dog. I'm like, what? How they work the dogs? Yeah. Okay. So anyway, I don't like to hear about anybody being dogged out though. There we go again, dogged out, poorly treated. I'm on top of a speeding vehicle. Please help me. This somebody calling 911. They on the that's not funny. What happened? Did y'all hear about this story? Well, what's the story? The person on Winter Dogs, maybe. Oh, like the ones that pulled the sled. I remember. Oh, that video. More accurately, they worked me like a sled dog. Oh, I did not know. I'm on top of a speeding vehicle. Help me. Dramatic footage shows a man calling the police. The incident was filmed by another motorist on Miami's Interstate 95. I just want to know what happened. Well, and he had his phone with him. Yeah, I remember. He had his phone with him and he's calling. Hello? I'm on the horrible. Nigeria to borrowing its own stolen Benin bronzes from Britain. The video is playing. So we talked about this a little while. Nigeria has some art stuff that Britain has, and Nigeria is like, he just did not understand the concept of Uber. Is that what that's all the story was? I thought I was supposed to get on the hood, not in the car. And then he started speeding. I don't understand. He got on the highway. So the artifacts, artwork, whatever that is Nigerian, the British people have it in a museum, and the Nigerian people are like, give us our skit back. And the British people are like, we're not gonna give it back to you, but you can get like an interlibrary, intermuseum loan on it. And so now we were laughing like, what? That's some bull. And so now the Nigerians are like, oh, okay, bet we gonna mute. Now I don't know if they plan is like we gonna borrow it and then possession is 9/10 of the law. Once I have it, then I'm not giving it back to you, or they gonna borrow it and then be like, thank you for letting us use our stuff. Here you go. I don't know what Nigeria's plan is. Come home. Thailand clings to hope for boys trapped in cave. We've been talking about this story for 2 or 3 4 days. Well, I don't know why they can't get them out. Is it the water? The water is too high. They can't get the people out the cave. They still ain't got the people out the cave. June 29th, people in the cave unity. June 29th, happy birthday to Stokely Carmichael, the philosopher behind the Black Power movement. Ooh, isn't we something parliament? I don't know. Yo no habla francés. En español, yeah, I know you were talking to. It wasn't me. It ain't none of my business. They should have watched How to Survive in the Cave. Your How to Survive in a Cave segment. Hey, I guess they probably did that story because the people were in the cave. Do we even remember the tips? Happy birthday, Kwame Tori. Oh, is it Kwame Tori's birthday? Is Stokely Carmichael Kwame? Let me look at this now. I get confused about these people. I know like the names seem familiar and I have like some frame of reference, but like the details of who they are, I don't really know. And it seemed like I read somebody's book, Die, Nigger, Die. And that I thought that was pretty good, if I remember correctly. The Global Pan-African Movement. Oh, evidently we all think alike. I don't even know. I have no. Pensar is thinking on Spanish. Nosotros, we. Todos, I think is all think alike. Similar, I don't know. He was born in Port of Spain, Trinidad. He moved to New York when he was 11 and joined his parents who had settled there 9 years earlier. I wonder if he was living with his grandparents before. He attended the elite Bronx High School of the Science, where he met veteran Black radicals and communist activists. In 1960, as a senior in high school, Carmichael learned about the sit-in movement for desegregation in the South and joined activists from CORE, Congress of Racial Equality, protesting in New York against Woolworth stores. This was a chain that maintained segregated lunch counters in the South. Kwame Ture, born Stokely Carmichael, would eventually become active in the Black Power movement, first as a leader of the Student Nonviolent Coordinator Committee, later as the honorary prime minister of the Black Panther Party, and finally as the leader of the All African People's Revolutionary Party. I don't know anything about the All African People's Revolutionary Party. Would eventually, we talked about that. They repeating and they... As chairman, he married Miriam Makeba. Get out of here. As chairman of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, Stokely Carmichael challenged the philosophy of nonviolence and that had come to define the civil rights movement, calling instead for Black power. And I seemed like we were having this conversation the other day, and people were like, tell me the name of one person that we know of from the past who was Miriam Makeba. I love her singing. Yeah. Who was, wasn't for integration. Here's somebody who wasn't for integration. Kwame Ture. He challenged nonviolence and interracial alliances. I don't know if he was for integration or not. Another one of my heroes. Oh, really? Calling instead for Black power. Although critical of the Black power slogan, King acknowledged that if Stokely Carmichael now says that nonviolence is irrelevant, it is because he, as a dedicated veteran of many battles, has seen with his own eyes the most brutal white violence against Negroes and white civil rights workers, and has seen it go unpunished. Carmichael enrolled as a philosophy major at Howard U in 1960, joined the university's Nonviolent Action Group, which was affiliated with SNCC, in addition to working against segregation in Washington, D.C. Although Carmichael opposed the decision to expel whites from SNCC, I didn't know they decided to expel whites from SNCC. In the 1960s, he joined with Black American Esquire's videos, usually joined with Black nationalists and stressing racial unity over racist struggles. After relinquishing the 67, he made a controversial trip to Cuba, China, North Vietnam, and finally to Guinea, returning to the United States with the intention of forming a Black United Front. I've heard of Black United Front. We have a Black United Front probably here in Detroit. Throughout the nation, he accepted an invitation to become prime minister of the militant Oakland-based Black Panther Party. In 1969, he left the Black Panthers after disagreeing with the party's willingness to work with radical whites. Carmichael changed his name to Kwame Ture and moved to Guinea, where he conferred with Ghanaian leader Kwame Nkrumah. He helped form the All African People's breaks things down. Revolutionary Party in 1972, and urged African American radicals to work for African liberation and Pan-Africanism. Carmichael died of cancer in Guinea, 15 November 1998, at the age of 57. Dang, that's young. All right, well, rest in power, and thank you for your service, and happy birthday, happy New Year. Quasi to you. We love you so much. We love you. We do. We love you so much. We love you. We do. I'm going to learn the birthday song one day. Mexico and South Korea World Cup celebration soured by racial gestures. So I was thinking, what are the racial gestures that, I guess if you wanted to make fun of Asian people, you would do that. I don't know if that's a racial gesture. I don't know what the racial gesture is for making fun of, of Mexican people. Well, are there any racial gestures for making fun of white people? I don't think there are. Million and one words to insult women and call women old and ugly and all of this other stuff, but there usually aren't equivalent terms. There's not so much, aren't Mexicans mongoloid, not nearly so much virulence toward men, so you see it in the language. It's not a even thing. Um, oh, yep, we're seeing pulling their eyes to look slanted. The same gestures were posted by several Mexican fans on Twitter in an attempt to thank South Korea. Oh, okay. I thought they were the white people were harassing the Mexicans and the Koreans, but I guess the Mexicans were harassing the Koreans. Okay. Well, that's progressive. Crow vending machine skills redefined in intelligence. Why? Why would anyone need one for white people? They are their own gesture. So there's something about this crow that can use a vending machine, and the people are saying it's like just this thing. They're rethinking intelligence, which I think is really interesting because I think we need mestizos. I think that we need to, I think that people are intelligent in a lot of different ways, and I don't really think there's like any like normal or standard, like a lot of things. I don't know. So watch how Emma the Pro creates the currency required to operate a vending machine. A small South Pacific island is home, a very offensive gesture. Ignorant. I don't know what's like why or what did that make you it doesn't make you feel better. Um a small South Pacific island is home to a crow with remarkable abilities that have scientists hooked. New Caledonian crows make and use tools, including a kind of fishing hook. They can problems and have even been recorded grubs by repeatedly poking them with a stick until they are so agitated they bite. Um, Now with an experiment using a vending machine specifically designed for crows is about how intelligent the vending experiment is the latest and ongoing investigation into these birds' abilities. They always say somebody is bird brained, like, but yeah. They are so remarkable that scientists have a special aviary in Donia. I don't know what I'm writing about. I got to check that out. Many ways to be. Yeah. And I think people are different. And yeah, I don't know. I just have this thing with that. Yeah. Um, so they keep the wild birds. Why do they always capturing stuff? Keep the wild birds for a few days before releasing them. I don't want you to capture me for a few days. Just let me be free. Shoot. Okay, but it still was interesting to read about. How on earth do you design a vending machine for crows? It's actually a cleverly designed intelligence test. Okay, so anyway, that's interesting. It's been twice. Okay, fake bookings hits technologies. So I guess their ride technologies are like Uber and Lyft. What's the name of it, brother? So I guess that they say that people of dollars, like if you have the app, you'll get a thing. Oh, somebody wants you to pick them up, and then you go to pick them up, and it's nobody there. It's just fake. It's just like wasting your time and your gas. That's not cool. I don't know who's making the fake bookings hit and why, but that's not cool. Wisconsin, why you want to waste somebody's time? And why you spend time trying to waste somebody's time? Wisconsin man injured after upskirting shoe camera explodes. Oh, explodes. Now, when I read the headline, I missed the explosion part. I just heard that he was injured after he was upskirting somebody. And I'm like, I hope that he was injured by somebody punching him in his throat or, you know, they're always trying to capture everything. They just can't live and let live, messing with the whole planet. But his camera exploded. So that in the imagery, they had a shot of his shoe. So I guess you put the camera on your shoe and then you go around and you stand under women who have on skirts so that you can look up their skirts. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Parents of teen attacked by angry white pool goer praise their son's restraint. Want woman prosecuted. Yep. No peace with them. Great granddaughter of Hidden Figures, Katherine Johnson, earns perfect math score. Yay! Yay! That's what happens when people don't have to create things, figure it out ways to make people waste their time. But I don't even know if it's like, I feel like Even if you don't have to deal with struggle, you could like spend your time developing beautiful things and like, like adding values to the world. You know, that's how I feel. Um, Nevada high school students win settlement after suing over racist bullying. Migrant crisis. EU leaders plan secure migrant centers. I don't even know how that got on my news feed. I had said I was going to stop talking about that. Chinese President Xi to Mattis. We will never give not even 1 inch in the South China Sea. Wow, that's intense. I'm not giving an inch. I'm not giving, I think it's a millimeter, millimeters. I'm not giving a milliliter. So that's, I think Mattis is like the second, somebody in our Secretary of State or in the United something. He said he's not giving an inch. He's not giving an inch. So who gonna check me, boo? That's what the Chinese president said. Nigeria fuel truck blaze kills at least 9. So rest in peace to those people who made their transition in Nigeria. Fuel truck blaze. So that's kind of sad. We would seek beauty, but when your pineal gland is calcified, everything that enters the mind is going to be geared toward destruction and negativity. I'm not really funny, I'm just silly. Time names Rihanna one of the most influential people on the internet. Tiebreaker rule eliminated Senegal from the World Cup. Oh, so there was some controversy. So the Senegal didn't just lose because they lost. They done rigged the game against Senegal. Womp womp. I should have known that given all things even, that Senegal would have won, because them Senegalese, we like the Senegalese. Turns out the Interstellar, we talked about that. Activist records police questioning a Black man inquiring about a job application. So the person went to get a job application. The police are like, what are you doing here? Why are they questioning them? No pineal gland, no third eye, no spirituality. So you can't even go try to look for a job while Black without being harassed, and maybe something greater than harassment. That's coming off of the grill if you want to look into that more. Police are using ancestry sites to track down more cold case suspects. Oh, I've been just feeding for tomatoes. I got 3 different kinds in the store today. Rihanna got arrested for being a singer. They listened to some of her songs and immediately dropped all of the charges. What are you saying? For jobs while Black. Under my umbrella, that's, she be singing. That girl can sing. She's very charismatic. I don't know if she can sing or not. I'm trying to think. When she's like, I'm a savage. You thought you was gonna rescue me and your white. When I hear that song, I know it. She can't freaking sing. But what about that song when she's like, you wanted to rescue me and your white horse and your carriage, but you didn't know that I was a savage. I'm like, dang, that girl, she always seemed like that to me. Like as soon, like when her public, she seemed like I don't know, she rough. That girl is that young woman, that woman is she who she is. I like that. Why Pittsburgh cop who killed Antoine Rose did not spend a single cent to bail out of jail. She can't sing. Sold out. Rihanna sold out. So, although I must admit that I like that song Hard. What's that song? Is that the song I was talking about, Hard? I don't know that song. Is it Hard? No, I think it's something else. It used to play on the radio. And it was catchy. When I sang it, I felt like I was a savage. I'm like, yes. That's like when I would sing NWA, like they told F the Police. I had that CD and I was like, yes. A crackhead's daughter like Nicki Minaj. So a lot of people are in jail. A lot of Black folks now are in jail who or prison. I don't know. They locked up now because they don't have money for bail. You understand what I'm saying? So they haven't been to trial. They haven't, not to say the trial is fair or right or just. They haven't even even in a jacked up justice system, they haven't gotten justice because they don't have bail money. It's a whole system where, we get tripped up and like a whole bunch of mess happened to us around bail money, supposedly. But this person didn't even have to pay a single cent to bail out of jail, the Pittsburgh cop who killed Antoine Rose. So, how I guess it's like also in that news, the system worked for them. They can't figure out how to work it out. Conflict between Rihanna had with Chris Brown ultimately kept her career and fizzled out into obscurity. And all those folks except Tamar. Oh, you saying Tamar can sing or she can't sing? Now, Tamar's public persona, I don't so much care for it. Rihanna, I feel like she just like, I'm who I am. I don't care. Tamar, she seems like she's like, I don't know, like she doing the most. She trying too hard. Tamar can sing. Yeah, one of my favorite songs is her sister's song, Toni Braxton. Dang, what's that? It's on my playlist. And I've liked it for years. Every time I hear it. Probably stage bona fide. Chris Brown seems like he's demonstrated a pattern of explosive and destructive behavior toward himself and other people. So you really think it was staged? I mean, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But it doesn't seem like it went to nowhere. It might have came out of nowhere. I don't know. I didn't know him before. I didn't. Roses are red, violets are blue. Rihanna can't sing. Chinese court gives ex-football player Wendell Brown 4-year prison sentence. So the man had a bar fight and they done locked him up for 4 years in jail. Did he kill somebody? I don't think he killed anybody. I think he just was fighting at a bar. And I think it's because he's black. So that's coming off of the grill. I just read the headline. I didn't read the story. I'm just saying what I think from the headline. Tennessee employee finds disturbing manual on how to murder, reprimand, and house black people. My next headline has another. This coming off of Atlanta Black Star. Twitter replaces its head of product yet again. Twitter be having some turnover over there. They not stable. That make you think it's a bad place to be around. Other concerning incidents. I figure if somebody out here killing anybody, they miserable, and what they gonna be mean to us and then be nice to their family at home. I figure they just miserable, pathetic people. I don't know. It's not surprising to me. It's not news. NASA tasted complex organic compounds in a blast of water Saturn's moons, and can't yet rule out the possibility that they're from an alien life. Hey, Cardinal. I don't know. I'm both. I'm all of that. What do you get when you cross Oprah with Rihanna? Yeah, I don't know if. Thank you. Dang. Shocking poll. Shocking poll. Most LGBTQ Americans don't want the brown stripe added to the pride flag. I wasn't really surprised about that. I thought I heard about that a long time ago. Work that wrench. I thought I heard that a long time ago. They were talking about adding like a brown stripe to the gayish pride flag, and that the people were like, no, they don't want the brown stripe is to represent like, the fact that, and the people were like, no, we don't want that. So it's like, racism is everywhere, that's how I took it. And I had heard that, I thought, a long time ago. It's not surprising. It's like also in that news. Man installs camera to catch racist neighbor in the act after Texas police drag their feet. That's coming off of Atlanta Black Star. Serena Williams has been tested more than any other top tennis player this year. That's why she feels that she's being targeted. Why has she been tested more? She's a mother. She just had a child. Is she breastfeeding? I mean, why are they testing her more than anybody else? Swan sends home camera footage to wrong person. So I don't know what Swan is. I think that Swan is like some app you can have in your house. And I think there was like a motion detector that was tripped in the house. So like, I think it's like, so if you're not home and there's some movement in your house, you can get a picture of what's going on. And so they took a picture in my house and they sent it to somebody else. Similar to, remember when Alexa was like recording the people's conversation and then emailed it to somebody in their contact book? Jimmy Walker, who played JJ on Good Times, disses castmates badly. We were never friends. Is that the bad diss, to say we were never friends? That don't even seem like a diss to me. But it seems like his character, and the way I heard that the show was supposed to go, was supposed to be about Michael, and it was supposed to be about like a precocious black student who like loved black people and was like, you know, smart and out here doing the thing. And then it became focused on like the buffoon type character. Anything connected to the internet has its risk. Who was talented? He was an artist. We like that, but he was a buffoon type character. And so yeah, I maybe the people were mad at him or tense at him, but I feel like to say that he dissed his castmates badly by saying we were never friends, I don't really see what the diss is. If they weren't friends, that might just be the truth. Now, maybe I have to read the article to get the diss. Witnesses describe the terrifying scene at the Capitol Gazette shooting. I don't know why I have that. If he said he was no friend of mine, I take it as a compliment. Texas veteran was evicted from the only home he's known for over 60 years. That's coming off of Atlanta Black Star. Black actor booted from a Buffalo bar for wearing hoodies, says he was racially profiled. Now, I saw that headline, but then I think on Twitter or somewhere today, I saw him and he had taken a selfie, like me taking a selfie, and like right behind him was somebody else in a hoodie, a white person. R. Kelly's ex-wife, Andrea, gives new details about alleged abuse. I was tied up and left. I personally think, and I don't know if she was underage when she got with him. I'm not really clear about that because I haven't paid very much attention. But again, I think that there's like a conflation of two different things. I feel like pedophilia and child abuse is one thing, and consenting adults who are in some kind of S&M type scene is a whole nother thing. So, and I think that because if you're into some kind of like wild stuff, it sounds crazy to like people who are not into it, and so you can like make somebody look bad by saying, he tied me up. But maybe were y'all is that y'all, I don't know. I mean, I get the impression from what I hear about R. Kelly that he's into that type of stuff, so I don't know. But a lot of the people are saying that they don't really believe this woman, or think she's credible. They think that she was kind of complicit and in on it and here for the money. So I don't know. I never feel like I can just like definitively say what's in somebody else's heart. I just know what's in my heart. Bella just stretched all hard. He never even tried to hide his deviance. He's proud of it. Right. The children, that's the part that's very disturbing. Like when that whole Piper of I was just like, that said it all to me. He was unapologetic. Even if you're tied up, you don't want to be left that way. Just read my book one. Yeah, I don't know what, I'm just saying, I think that it's different. I don't know what the situation is, because I feel like if people are into that kind of stuff, sometimes people might tie you up and leave you for, I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know what they were doing. And I don't know, was she underage when she got with him? I don't know. But I feel like because if he's into that kind of, like, I'm not saying that, okay, yeah, let me just shut up. Because I feel like it's two different things. I feel like the impression that I have is that was the first bada bang, obviously. Bada bang. It's different if they're underage girls. Yeah, it's different if they're underage girls, and it's also different if it's not consenting. Like if I'm grown and somebody take me and tie me up, and even if they don't leave me, if I don't want to, then that's not cool. It's something, like if we not both engaged in it, it's not cool. Underage, definitely in somebody who's underage can't consent, I don't think. Now, I guess that's a whole conversation, because some people think that like at 13 you're of age, at 16 you're of age, at 20 you're of age. I feel like all of that stuff is something. Children being involved is unacceptable. I agree, but I feel like he's a pedophile. I feel like he's a pedophile, and unapologetically, a pedophile, proud of it. Like, I think he's a pedophile, and I think there's some other stuff going on. And I don't know if he was, yeah. Is India, oh, wait. Mexico election. Who is Andres Lopez or AMLO? I don't know who he is, but I just like the fact that he has like his name is like AMLO, which is like Andres. It's like a acronym, AMLO. I just liked it. Is India really the most dangerous country for women? That's coming off of the BBC. I don't know, but we've been kind of talking about, it seemed like it's story after story after story out here about, stuff going on in India with regard to women. Now, yes, it is. Now, is India more dangerous than the United States? Is the United States less hostile to women than Britain? Is, like, I don't know. Is that like propaganda against India? As it is in Mexico. Yeah, I think the whole age of consent thing. I mean, I think because I kind of feel like even if someone is technically, to me, even if somebody is technically 18, I there's like a lot of gray area there to me. Like, I feel like it's not just, yeah, it's a lot of gray area. It can be a lot of gray area. And then, every 18-year-old is different. Pedosexual. Love is love. Lends itself to pedophilia. Yeah. Way too young. Their brains are not fully developed yet. They say that your brain doesn't really, the frontal cortex or whatever, till you like 25, 21. After college. It's like, it's past, it's like 20. It's yeah. But when I felt that I was grown. And you couldn't tell me anything. Mine is still developing. I hope so. I hope mine is developing too. My whole brain, not just my frontal cortex. But you couldn't tell me anything. Like, I felt like I was grown enough. I felt like I was grown before I was grown. Kareem Warris Ola Milikan. Heard 25 too. A young Nigerian artist with grand plans. What are the plans? Oh, I'm so hungry. I want to go get a tomato right now. I think I'm just like on the first weekend of my cleanse. The field of white psychology has invented the transgender, transsexual. Oh, look at that piece. That's what I love. Look at that. Kareem Waris Ola Milikan is a young Nigerian artist inspired by artists Michelangelo and Arinze Stanley Egbubu. He told BBC's Africa What's New program about his artistic journey in this 1-minute story. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. He draws cartoons, comics. Oh, y'all can't see it. Oh my God, he's so talented. You can't see, but check it out on BBC World. His last name is spelled Ola, Ola, Mil, Mil, Ekan. Ekan. Ola Milikan. Oli Milikan. Oli Milikan. Kareem, Kareem. is his first name. The Aquarius migrant rescue ship is empty. Why? His first name is Kareem, Kareem. His middle name is Waris or Waris, Waris, and his last name is Olamilikan, Olamillekan, Olamillekan, a young Nigerian artist with grand plans. White psychology, something. So the Aquarius migrant rescue ship, I didn't really understand that they just went around. Olamilikan. I can't tell if you have a L after the I and before the E. That's what I was looking for. Everything else looks good. So I didn't realize that they had just a ship that floats around trying to rescue migrants. That's that Aquarius that they, yeah, okay, then that's right. That's that ship that they tried to send to Spain with 650 people, and the Spanish people were like, no, or no, they tried to send it to it. I can't remember. One of the Europeans was like, no, countries was like, no, we're not taking the people, and then the other European country was mad at them or something. I can't remember, but I didn't know this Aquarian ship. They just ride around looking for people who are in the water. Okay, freestyling. Oprah's Weight Watchers investment amazes Wall Street. So the price of the France was mad at them. Who'd you just get married to, a Yapo? So Oprah's oh, you put the article. Thank you. Oprah's which has invested in Weight Watcher, and she's the spokesperson for it. And so she made a $34 million investment. So she made money for herself, and for when she started, it was less than $7 a share. And now the stock has hit a record $101. Okay. June 28th, 1997. Do you know what happened on June 28th, 1997 regarding Mike Tyson? It was his infamous ear-biting incident. Remember when he bit the man's ear? I don't even follow boxing. And I feel like, I don't know, I don't want to say that boxers are savages, but I was shocked that even I'm like, a boxer is out here biting somebody's ear? Like, that seemed brutal even for a boxer. Yapo is married to Alexa. You said, and I quote, I do. Evander Holyfield got chewed up. Hey, you gotta eat. I thought that was just like, I was shocked. Like, and then we heard today some woman bit some man's ear. Did anybody hear about that? And I was thinking about it because I had just, I had read the headline for this. So yeah, I was shocked because I think of boxing is very brutal. And I'm like, we out here biting off people's ears. Okay. U.S. Israel teen convicted of threats against Jewish centers. Australia passes foreign interference laws amid China. I bit into an ear of corn. Australia passes foreign interference laws amid China tension. But Holyfield asked for it. He kept headbutting Tyson. Is that what had happened? Don't abuse the help. Family of Antoine Rose optimistic after police officer charged with criminal homicide. Rest in peace to that child, and prayers out to his family. Polish charity gets huge phone bill thanks to stork. I have no idea what the story is, but that's a stork? Stephanie Paddock shot over 500 people and killed 58 in less than 15 minutes. White America wants us to forget, but I haven't yet. Yeah. Stephanie Paddock, did I get it right? I was trying to read quickly because it was a big thing. I figured I wouldn't be able to see it all in one fell swoop. It like pops up when somebody posts something and then it goes away. Oh, Stefan. It hasn't been a year yet. Most folks have already forgotten. Yeah. Stefan. Yeah. The candles turning over at his vigil. Yeah. New study. Stephen. I know an actor called Stefan. I can't call him Stefan. Maybe he wants to be, fancy. I don't know anything about the killer. Is that the guy who was shooting the people at the hotel? It seemed like it's so many killings and murderations and mass shootings, and it's hard to keep track of it. I feel like if I was going to track something, yes, in Vegas, if I was going to track something and keep track of it and memorialize it, it wouldn't be like a white person killing people, because I feel like that's not news. It would be, and it's not anything that I want to like hold on to and remember. I want to hold on to and remember and celebrate and big up and feed into and grow and, give energy to, some other things, at a country concert. Yeah. You don't know the players without a scorecard. Yeah, I don't know. So like I don't even try to know their name. Yeah. I already know, I feel like I get the gist of who they are. They out here killing people. He's never been called a terrorist. New study and more and not news. New study finds Black girls are more harshly disciplined in school. It's so shocking and surprising. The Olympics people are seriously considering esports. So once again, I still don't understand this concept of esports. So is it like you just do like this on your computer and you're like an esportician, or do you have to like play tennis and like play basketball and like pretend to run and dance, and then you're like an esports woman or esportsman? How does it work? So the Olympics people are seriously considering esports. 15-year-old aspiring scientist who skipped 2 grades, earned a 4.5 GPA, is unable to secure scholarship money. This is coming off of Atlanta Black Star. I don't know why they would be unable to secure scholarship money. Do they need assistance in finding it, or the people don't want to? Because they seem like they have what? Right? Why? Let's click. That's what I was saying. I don't know why. Why? I feel like my phone is doing something weird. I feel like I say that all the time. Oh, let me hit it. Hey, 777 trouble. After graduating high school 2 years early with an impressive 4.5 GPA, a 15-year-old prodigy from Greensboro, North Carolina, was on the fast track to college, a dream come true. His plans have seemingly hit a roadblock, however, after he said he applied to dozens of scholarships but hasn't heard back from a single one. That's really worrying me. A disappointed Ishmael Powell. Yay! 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. For your accomplishments, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Time 33. For your accomplishments, Ishmael Powell, and we know that the money is coming to you. He told local news station, "I'm not sure how I'm going to pay for tuition or anything because I come from a single parent home and it's been rough." He graduated from Page High School earlier this month and was UNC Charlotte bound, where he planned to major. I don't know why they don't have money for him. Why he planned to major in computer engineering and minor in aerospace engineering in the fall. The high school grad who skipped 2 grades and took high school level courses when he was still in middle school has dreams of becoming an astrophysicist. However, his academic prowess seemingly hasn't been enough to bring in scholarship offers. The lack of money is now threatening to derail his future. "I have always been on my son real hard and trying to make sure he does the right thing," said Sean Powell, Ishmael's dad. He said his son had a Pell Grant and $6,000 from the UNC system for his first year of college. I don't know what the UNC system is doing. Yeah. However, a fixed disability income has left him unable to afford the remaining $40,000 for room, board, and other college fees. "I'm trying not to think about this stuff now, but it's really real because he's just walked across the stage," the proud father said. The family hasn't lost all hope yet, Powell said. He's still waiting to hear back from Say Yes to Education, which provides scholarships to public high school students. The teen said he applied for the scholarship back in November, but award letters are not scheduled to go out until, hey, the underrated darkness, how are you? Even if he were to receive the funds, Powell would still be left in a bind because the scholarship only covers the difference in tuition, not the additional fees. Yeah, he needs somebody to he needs some assistance, like somebody sit down with him and see what scholarships he's applied for. 12 doesn't sound like a lot to me, especially for him. But I don't know. I mean, it's been a long time since I did, that kind of work, but I'm confused. Man finds the NIGGER owner's manual at his job. So I wonder if somebody's going to start a GoFundMe for the child, or what's going on. So we talked about this earlier. It was like how to, treat Black folks. This is coming off the Griot. The other one was coming off of Atlanta Black Star. So he at the job and he found something that's Grow Owner's Manual. It's on the Griot and Atlanta Black Star. I'm not gonna look into it because I own myself. I don't need a manual. So I don't know no need, so I ain't even. Facebook patent turns phone mics on to record reactions to ads. So you're watching Facebook or looking at Facebook, an ad come across the screen, and the app turns on the mic so that they can hear what you say. Oh, I like that shirt. It's cute. Oh, why are they putting this ad on my thing or whatever? So they turn that mic on. You don't even know the mic is on. It's recording you. Not news today. And not news, right? With land reform on the horizon, white South Africans make a claim of genocide with questionable supporting data, right? Big Brother. China caps film stars' pay over money worship and tax evasion. China say, look, film stars, y'all can't be making all of this money. We're going to cap your pay because Google. Go Google. Oh, I'm so hungry. China says they gonna cap the pay of the film stars because they say, look, you worshiping the money and you evading your taxes to your pay. You can't get more than this amount. Data broker leak exposes 340 million personal records. Keep hearing the story again and again and again and again. AT&T quietly hikes customer fees to pay for Time Warner deal. Violence, mayor calls for state-sanctioned violence against Black Pittsburgh protesters, uses photo of civil rights activists being hosed down. I thought that was interesting because I feel like when I've seen the photos of like the fire hoses and the dogs, it's like, dang, look at that messed up skit they did to us or they do to us. And I guess probably some white people look at it and they like, hey, that's a good idea. The state should use fire hoses and dogs on people. Like, it never even occurred to me that somebody would be, like, see, this is what they did before. This is what we should do now. I guess I don't know why it didn't, but anyway, because I think, that's what Make America Great is, right? Going back to, the good old times, calcified pineal gland. Why African-American financial planners are nearly non-existent and how to fix it. You've never seen the images of them using fire hose on people? CLG? I think that if you think that you're halfway interested in financial planning and helping people, America will never be the same. We are in a new era. That this is coming off of moguldom, but I think this is an important conversation. When hoses, dogs, etc. about financial planning and supporting people and education and Black folks dealing with Black folks. I think it's important, or people who, however you connect with people and relate to people and people who care about you helping you. I think it's important. Then she made a sorry ass mea culpa afterwards, and apparently this Arnold town is predominantly Black. How did she even get elected in the first place? No, I got songs about that. Oh, okay. I misunderstood. It's a lot going on. I can't, and then I'm starving. I'm just wasting away to nothing right before your very eyes. Trump-Putin summit to be held in Finland on 16 July. Braxton family stops production of WE TV reality show, demands higher pay. I got 3 tomatoes, 2 heirloom, and 1, it was like this huge beefsteak tomato from Canada. I don't know why I've been so obsessed with tomatoes. So I didn't have any tomatoes yesterday, but for the last few days before that, I've been eating tomatoes. And so I tried to take a break. And then I went and I got all the tomatoes. And she was hungry before the cleanse. Right? Because I be trying to do too much. Enough of the Braxtons. Yeah. White woman attacks family with racial slurs while they celebrate a birthday party. Stop that singing. Go get something to eat. Perhaps you could do a part 2. Obsessed with tomatoes. I'm almost finished. If I stop now, it's like I'm just gone, and then I can cross it off my list. Yeah, I'm so in other not news, people out here doing what they do. NAACP alleges inmate count practice weakens urban districts. I don't know what that means. Amsterdam chooses first woman mayor, Halsema. Protesters rally outside the home of the police officer who killed Antoine Rose. I think that's good. Aliou Cisse, the rise of Senegal's World Cup coach. Reality check. Which countries have military service? Man seen, oh, we talked about that. He was trying to stop his ex. Oh, the man who was on the hood of the car. It's sweat. Literally. It's cooler now, but when I went out earlier, I was sweating. I need to. Sammy Sosa addresses jokes about his skin tone, and he says, I do whatever I want to do, which he can. He's grown. I mean, if he want to bleach his skin and look crazy, I mean, who gonna check him? I mean, I think people just think it look weird, but I'm here. I mean, didn't nobody tackle him and be like, no, we're not going to let you bleach your skin. So yeah, you can do what you want to do, and people can comment on it too. A German student has invented an airbag for your phone, a case that detects when it's falling and deploys springs to prevent breaks. Despair as Senegal crash out of the World Cup. Candy Burris and Todd Tucker blasted for posting video of son pretending to get shot by cop. Right, I'll be biting Bella's ear, eating, chewing. I always say her little back legs look like little drumsticks, and I'm gonna skin them and fry them up one day. Amber Tamblyn was told she needed to lose weight to become successful, and that's after she had already starred in the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. Azealia Banks started a GoFundMe to help fund a lawsuit against Russell Crowe, who she claims choked and spit on her. Azealia Banks, I wish she had to kind of support her and help her. Adidas is warning customers that their data may have been leaked in a security breach. It's just Kenya fire, several dead in Nairobi. In Nairobi market. A new TV series based on Halo video games will be Showtime's most ambitious show ever. I never even heard of Halo. Rich folks and their GoFundMes. 6 times Justice Kennedy was the tipping point on the Supreme Court shows how consequential his retirement is. And one more. Swimmer Simone Manuel, was she the black young woman who won at the Olympics or something? Selected as Collegiate Woman Athlete of the Year. Yay! I'm so weak. I don't think I can get up and go. Okay, so that's it for this edition of Notes on the Newsfeed. It's a very interesting and layered story of a video game. Xbox video game. Okay. So what are you looking forward to? What are you exciting about? Food. She needs food. Remember, if you haven't, if you're in the region, that there is going to be a meet and greet at the Jim Crow Museum, July 14th, which is a Saturday, followed by a meet and greet and eat at a restaurant in Grand Rapids, to be determined, to be announced. Thank you. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Today is the best day ever, and you are the greatest. You are the #1 stunner. So it's on purpose that we are all here together, whether you are here virtually or on the replay. If you have come into the broadcast late, when it uploads, you can loop back around and see what you missed. Hit this button, like go on and subscribe. Yes, or the other day I had 3 people subscribe while I was on the air. It's the first time it's ever happened. It was like a mini miracle or something. But go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you aren't, enjoy your tomato. I'm gonna have a whole salad, but it has to have tomato in it for it to be good. Tomato, cucumber, wonderful, fabulous broadcast. Thank you. Tomato, cucumber. I got some sweet peppers, but it might be in lettuce. It might mostly be tomato. So you hit the notification bell so that you can know when we come live, when we're doing the thing. And this weekend I am going to get to, I promise, Queen Sugar, which I still have not seen. Oh, black olives. No black olives. I'm on a cleanse, so I'm not doing. I stopped. I don't do olives and pickles too much, because when I looked at the ingredients, I kind of got freaked out. But I don't buy them anymore. I used to buy them and put them in salads all the time. I love salads, but I don't do it anymore. Just some lemon juice and some olive oil and some Mrs. Dash, my generic Mrs. Dash from Aldi, and some Italian seasoning. So like, comment, share, subscribe, and all of those other good things. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. You're blessed and you're a blessing. And now this is the wind down time. So, just share whatever. Yay. You're looking forward to, whatever's new and good. Oh, you're doing a cleanse. Yay. Starting on Monday for the mid-year. How long are you going to be cleansing? My cousin said, oh no, he said he for a second, he said he was going to cleanse with me. I was excited. Okay. So you know what time it is. You don't have to leave YouTube, but you're gonna have to get up out of here in a minute. Sunday for 1 week. Okay, cool. Hey. I cleanse every day. Poop.
Be fabulous. Be fabulous, you. Be you.
Go to hell, cleanses.
Be fabulous, you. Who you gonna be if you ain't you?
Who we gonna be if we ain't we?
Gonna be if
sugar, Tabasco, salt, garlic, artificial color.
Be fabulous.
Be fabulous, you. Peace. Bye. We made it. We survived. Bella didn't even get up for the song. Bye. Peace. Peace.